Welcome to the After Two Beers podcast. I'm Dutch Dalton, joined as always by Kimmy Gibbler.
That's me.
And we are recording in the A to B studios at the Innovation Center in downtown Richmond, Indiana. Make sure you visit after2beers.com. You can buy some of our cool t-shirts, like these kind of cool designs here that are on the wall, especially if you're watching on YouTube. Otherwise, it's going to be a little hard. You can pull over the side of the road and then pull up the YouTube.
That's right.
Yeah, you can do it that way.
Absolutely.
Or just go to after2beers.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to the show. Give us some ratings. Share with your family and friends. We greatly appreciate that. Also, we want to make sure that we thank our sponsors. You'll hear about them later in the show, but it's the Cordial Cork, Screddy Pyrotechnics, and the Sheridan Pub. Now, tonight's a special night for me because we're welcoming as our guest co-host for the evening. You've got you've got more nicknames than I do. Right, so you're the coach, you're DJ coach, you're just Dave to me.
He's in my phone as DJ Coach.
Is he?
Yep.
Now, the reason it's a special...
I'm in your phone.
Oh.
Karaoke king, best golf partner
ever. My workout buddy.
That's right.
Eagle, how about Eagle?
Eagle?
Yes, we got an eagle.
Ace.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Right?
2 aces.
Very nice. Good. You've had 2 hole-in-ones? Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
I know. For a terrible golfer, that's amazing.
That is impressive. I mean, you got them by the windmill and through the clown's mouth and everything.
That windmill was a tough one.
That's pretty impressive. Now, the reason it's a big deal for me is it's been 25 years ago. I had this idea in my mind that I wanted to be in broadcasting in some form or fashion. And I was lucky enough to be introduced to you at a local radio station. And with the help of yourself and Radio Troy Darengowski, and a guy named NASCAR Dave, not to be confused with DJ Coach Dave.
Right.
I was given the nickname, and Brian Cox. Got to make, with a name like that, I don't know how I would forget that one.
Right.
But you guys gave me the nickname Dutch.
So
And
that's
that was all
where
Troy.
it came from.
Yeah, right
That
here.
was all Troy.
I had no
It was all
And
Troy.
being a Phillies fan, I liked it.
Yeah, Darren Dalton is where it came from, and his nickname was Dutch. So this is a big deal for me. This is like going back in time. And actually at that station, I met Phil Quinn, too.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a small world. Now, Coach, we're happy to have you. Now, one of the things that you're well known for in this area, by far, is you host karaoke nights 8, 9, 10 nights a week, it seems like.
Right.
Now, I got to ask, are you as tired of hearing me sing Big Balls as I am?
Absolutely not.
Oh, really?
It never gets old.
No.
Are you tired
There
of me
goes-
singing?
Oh, yeah. Good singers you never get tired of.
Oh, really?
Or Dutch.
Well, I appreciate that. I you know what? I'm telling you. I do not have the voice for it, but I have fun.
Right.
That's my goal.
People have fun when you sing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's my, I like to ad-lib it as we go.
I like the give me my money back, though.
Yeah.
That's when you're really on a tangent.
Yeah. That's the, it's Ben Folds 5, and it's Song for the Dumped.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Anyway.
Rumplemans inspires it.
I just need water. But yes, if you get some liquid courage into me, I can even come up with some new lyrics on the fly.
Right.
And my go-to is the lawnmower. I really wish I still had my lawnmower.
I like the 401k.
The 401k.
Oh, I need my 401k back.
Yes, that's a good one too. Well, as I said, we're greatly appreciative of you being here. And what I also love about you is your brutal honesty. So when I asked you, have you listened to the show, you said, "Nah, I'm not a podcast guy."
I'm not a podcast
So you have no idea what you're in for.
I have
No clue.
Good luck.
Well, I've been to a few.
Yeah, that's true.
You have when we did live ones, yes.
And they're vastly different from that. But so what we do, not only for yourself, for your benefit, but also for viewers or listeners, is we start off with what we like to think of is our Paul Harvey kind of moment. But then it's where Paul Harvey meets Harvey Wallbanger. So we have fun with it, right? And then we go into some news stories. And the big topic for this week, we just turned 2 years old, and our very first podcast was about Valentine's Day. And so we're going to talk about some possible gifts for Valentine's Day. I mean, aside from rolling over and looking at you,
Right.
I don't know what more your wife would want.
I don't know.
All right, but first we're going to jump into our A to B history wagon, and we're going to talk about our A to B history segment. And this is brought to us by the Cordial Cork. They are located at 911 Northeast Street, Richmond, Indiana. And it's Tuesday, Taco Tuesdays.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Did you see that caramel apple cheesecake taco they had on their Facebook page?
I did not.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, it's gonna be a
I'm hungry
mess,
as a hostage. Joe. I
right?
have to go there. What time they close?
I know.
That's impressive. They have a red velvet waffle on the weekends, and it's a diabetic stream. It's covered in chocolate, and it's got chocolate chips, and
I mean, you had me at the biscuit and gravy waffle though.
yeah,
They use biscuits and make it as a waffle and then put gravy over it.
yeah. You can't go wrong.
Heavy breathing.
You get the meat sweats just ordering it.
All right. Well, thank you for your attention. I'll be back next week.
So we're going to talk about the A to B history segment, and this week we're going to set the flux capacitor to January 17th, 1922, and a little girl who ultimately becomes a woman with a very soft place in her heart for animals is born in Oak Park, Illinois, to her parents, Horace and Tess.
Horse.
There's not a lot of Horaces anymore.
No.
Yeah, you never hear.
Not until they started hearing a Who or something.
Yeah, that's Horton.
Oh, see, yep, there I am.
Horace Grant played for the Bulls.
Hey,
Yep,
hand
there
me
you
that fireball.
We got asked about that on our YouTube channel, was the alcohol that we consume during these events. Now, typically for me, I'm a Bud Light guy, and Gibbler is a
I
Miller
am
Lite.
a Miller Lite gal.
But Fireball, and it's funny because I don't even really enjoy Fireball. It's not what I order when I go out.
It's just the liquid courage of it.
It's become our staple.
It's evil.
It is evil. So we're jumping back into this. So this young lady, she has a soft place in her heart for her animals. She actually said at one time, she goes, "I loved animals since I was in the womb." Her family was a big family of animal lovers. Her family actually included an orange tabby cat named Toby that would often sit on the edge of her crib. Her mother often joked that if Toby didn't approve, that she would have to go back. Are you an animal fan? No.
No?
Do you have pets?
No.
Have you ever had a pet?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had dogs, cats.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, are you a dog fan or a cat fan?
I'm
Because
more of a-
normally people are one or the other.
I'm a dog guy. But
Yeah. You look like a guy who would love some dogs.
Who's your big sweeties?
Big sweeties.
I like the big sweeties myself.
Now, often, kids are the ones that beg their parents for pets. But for this little girl, it was the opposite. Her parents would go on walks, and they would literally come home with a dog or a cat they found as a stray, and they would ask the little girl if they could keep it.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, Horace and Tess weren't very responsible.
Right. And they're like, hey, little kid, can we keep this animal? Are you going to be able to help us here?
Yeah. Her family would often go on vacations in the high Sierras, which only intensified her love for wildlife. And as a high school student, her dream was to be a park ranger or a forest ranger. But because women weren't allowed to be a park ranger at the time, she had to fall back on a different career. So in 1939, just 3 months out of high school, she found work as a model. But then in the early 1940s, when the U.S. entered World War II, she put her career on hold and began volunteering for the American Women's Voluntary Services. She basically, at this point, they lived in California, and she would go up and down throughout California delivering medical supplies.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was her way of giving back to the community. But once the war ended, she began looking for a new career, and acting is where she wanted to go. But she was repeatedly turned down because she was too unphotogenic, so she took a job in
Wasn't
radio.
she a model before?
Yeah, that just shows you how fickle
Right.
Hollywood can be.
She could have
2
been a
years
before
ago,
model,
you
too.
were model worthy. Yeah, not so much anymore.
A lot of good before models, though.
Before models.
That's me. I've chosen a career as a before model.
Right. It's funny because when I turned in my request for internship at Fox in Indianapolis, I told them that I had the face for radio but the voice for newspaper.
Right.
Yeah. And so apparently this lady, she had the face for radio. At least that's what they thought. But in 1949, she got her big break in television as a co-host of the very popular, I don't think you can see these on Netflix just yet, the Al Jarvis Make Believe Ballroom. which was on KLAC TV in Los Angeles.
The make-believe ballroom.
The make-believe Al Jarvis's.
Al.
Yeah.
Old Jarvis.
Old Jarvis
Old
there.
Mr. Jarvis.
What's your favorite
not well.
episode of the
Al
make-believe
Jarvis.
ballroom?
Remember that time that Al Jarvis got together with that old model from 1949? That was my favorite.
Yeah, that was a
Right?
good
I
one.
remember that. That was good.
Classic. Now this was before cable and the Kardashians, so there was virtually no programming to put on the airwaves. But the stations needed to be on air as long as they could because they needed to sell commercials. That's how they got their revenue. So in 1952, this animal lover began hosting the show by herself, which consisted of her hosting, and this is unheard of, a 5.5 hour long live television show that was 100% ad-libbed.
Oh, wow.
6 days a week for 4 years. I can't imagine standing in front of a camera for 5.5 hours ad-libbing something.
I mean, I struggle with 45 minutes just talking to you.
Right, and we take notes. Wait, is that because of the show or just because it's me?
We'll say it's the show.
Oh, well, I appreciate these.
Well, they had Google, so that's probably
Right.
She then began breaking down barriers in Hollywood. She became one of the first women to control both the behind-the-scenes and on-camera content as she co-produced her own show, Life with Elizabeth.
Life with Elizabeth.
Lies with Elizabeth.
So this isn't Elizabeth we're talking about.
No, that's my curveball.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that was the show she.
We're
Swing
supposed
and
to
a
guess
miss.
who this person is.
You
You
can. At the
can.
end. Yeah. In 1954, she again hosted her own show, and she actually hired a female director. But the show faced criticism because it included a gentleman named Arthur Duncan, who was an African-American performer, and he was a regular cast member on the show. The show was then broadcast nationwide, and the southern states threatened to boycott. Her response, "I'm sorry, live with it." And then to
said,
get...
"Suck it up."
Yeah. Just stick it in your asses, you racist.
Right?
And then she began giving Arthur even more airtime to really stick it to him.
Very nice.
Yeah, this lady's kick-ass. Now, all of this work earned her the animal lover that she is, the honorary title of Mayor of Hollywood in 1955. 55.
Mayor of Hollywood.
Did you watch TV in 55?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm just kidding. You didn't have a TV.
Black and white.
And her fame and bank account grew almost as quickly as it did for her love for animals. So in 1960, she started working with the Los Angeles Zoo. She picked the zoo because she was shocked by its poor condition. And as she stated, "I've never been one to stand outside and criticize. I'd rather get inside and see what's going on and see how I can help." So she's a doer.
She's a doer. She's go getter.
She's a go-getter. Now, throughout the 70s, her career on the big screen and television continued to grow alongside her dedication to helping animals. In the 1970s, she began working with the Morris Animal Foundation, a group whose goal was to advance animal health by funding. The group was so successful, they developed the feline leukemia vaccine, the parvo vaccine, and
wow.
and the Potomac horse vaccine. Apparently, that was an issue for horses. Good thing for this lady. Yes. She also worked with the Los Angeles ASPCA and the Seeing Eye, which is a guide dog school.
Was she blind?
No.
Okay.
No. She was an actor and a model.
I mean, you can't be blind.
That's true. That's very true. So throughout this woman's career, she was a regular fixture on The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Love Boat, The $25,000 Pyramid, Mama's Family, and The Bold and the Beautiful. She has won 5 Primetime Emmy Awards, 2 Daytime Emmy Awards. She also received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the American Comedy Awards. In 1985, she was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame.
Betty White.
Yes! I'm impressed.
Wow.
What
Rose?
What gave it away?
Betty White. I don't know because she's old. She's 100 years old.
Yeah, she is 100 years
Who else
old.
worked
You
on
know
TV
what?
for 100 years?
She's still fantastic.
In 1995, she received her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 2009, actress Sandra Bullock presented her with the Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award.
Aw, they
But
made
in-
a movie together.
Yeah.
That's great.
But in 2010, old Betty White received an honor that fulfilled a lifelong dream for her. She was presented to her by the USDA Forest Service alongside Smokey the Bear. Old Rose from the Golden Girls became an honorary forest ranger.
Wow.
Betty White was hot when she was younger. I don't know.
I
what they were
know.
doing.
Yeah, and
Why
they-
were they saying that she
I don't
didn't
know.
have the face for it?
Yeah,
Whatever.
unphotogenic.
Unphotogenic.
Yeah. She was married 3 times, I believe. Her last husband had passed of cancer.
Well, for
But,
crying out loud, she's outlived us all. She's outlived a lot of people.
Yeah, she just turned 98.
That's fantastic.
It is
I
fantastic.
love Rose.
Yeah. How do you not love Betty White?
Right?
I don't know. She was great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
only a few years ago, she hosted Saturday Night Live, which was amazing.
Right?
I loved her on Saturday Night Live. That was fantastic.
That
oh, yeah.
And the musical
muffins.
guest was Jay-Z.
Betty White's muffins.
I bet you they hung out a lot.
Have you ever seen, I can't remember what show it was in, but some of the outtakes of the show, and she would just be like, oh, just stick it up. Just joking
Yeah.
around. Like, yeah.
Hot in
I
Cleveland,
can't remember
probably.
what show she was on here recently.
Hot in Cleveland.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was Hot in Cleveland. The outtakes of that, you have to look it up on YouTube. It's great.
I'm a big fan of old Betty White.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now we're going to jump into our news time. The news time is is sponsored by Screddy Pyrotechnics, located here in Richmond. SCARRETTE. That's you may want to rewind that. They're on Facebook. It's probably the easiest way to get a hold of them. But you can also give them a call at 765-238-7075. Screddy's a decent karaoke singer.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
He does well. When he comes out, he never comes out anymore.
Right. Yeah. That's what,
Yeah.
getting in relationships would do to you.
I know. I've lost a lot of karaoke singers to read.
I mean, Dutch hasn't hung out with me for weeks.
The funny part for you is when you start seeing people again, you're like, must be single again. Out on the
holiday. Oh, Valentine's Day. Oh,
Oh, are you
everybody's
guys
single
having
now.
issues?
All right. So, Coach, what we do now is we're going to share a couple news stories that we found interesting that took place over the last week or so. And this first one comes to us from Virginia. And the Virginia House of Delegates are trying to repeal a crime of unwed people, which is the crime of fornication.
What?
Yes. So in the state,
So are they like breaking into your room and just being like, you're arrested?
they slap you with a ticket on your bare ass.
All the videos out there.
Post-it note.
They can arrest a lot of people.
That's right. And you can get fined for it. Currently, fornication in unwed situations is a class 4 misdemeanor in the state of Virginia, and it carries a fine up to $250.
Good. Put those sinners away. That's what I say.
Those unwed sinners.
Right. Well, it means I can't go to Virginia for a while. The Virginia Supreme Court struck down the law in 2005 as an unconstitutional government intrusion, though it remains in the Code of Virginia. The bill now moves to the Senate. Democratic delegate Mark Levine, who has one of my absolute favorite quotes of all time, says, "How is Virginia for lovers if lovers can't love each other?"
Right.
You can just love with your clothes on, apparently.
Right. Well, I hope they get this struck down by
I
February
don't even see
14th.
Virginia being like in the Bible Belt.
Oh,
per se.
absolutely.
Are they?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a southern
With
colony.
military base there
Pretty
and
sure-
everything else. I
I'm
feel like
pretty
that's.
sure in West Virginia, it's if
Oh,
any family can.
you
have sex
just,
with
I mean, it just can't be immediate family.
Yeah, it can.
Cousins,
In West
second
Virginia.
cousins, you're fine. Just paddle faster.
That's right. And so a lot of the stories that we're going to cover tonight are based on love as we're entering the Valentine's Day. Do you have a love song that you ever sing?
Yes, I've sang several love songs.
Yeah. Do you ever tear up?
What's your favorite?
No.
No.
I have a new one I'm singing right now.
Which is?
Do tell.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah?
Have you ever heard that?
At church.
Oh, yes. At church.
It's my 11-year-old's ringtone.
I hope you die alone. That's what-
Oh, man. You
He's
got to
not
love
loving her today.
you got to love ballads.
Yes.
hope your dog never comes home. That's it.
Man, that's messed up.
So, and I've been singing it for the last month for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
About every karaoke show. But
I guess we're going to have to go visit.
We are.
We're going to have to listen. I mean, we have. We are way overdue.
We are overdue. It's been a minute since we've taken our vocal skills out into the public.
You know, we've had the illnesses and we've had just conflict of schedules, but we need to get back. I mean,
You have a love now, so I think you probably have to ask if you can go out or not. I don't
No.
know if you can.
No,
She'll go
yeah,
with.
Yeah.
She goes
Right.
with him.
Right. Keeps me on
She's sick,
lockdown.
though.
Right. Yeah. All right. So here's our second news story. And this one comes to us from Wichita, which last I knew was in Kansas,
Is that Missouri?
but it could be Missouri. You never know. And this one is a couple. So this is our Valentine's again, Ron and Diana Watson. And they have kind of a rare thing going on here. Now, I don't even know how to. We'll just jump right into it. So, this couple has eaten the same meal 6 days a week for 15 years at their local Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, wow. I was just hoping it wasn't leftovers.
What the hell? They
Same
kill
meal
her.
for 15 years. Good Lord.
15 years leftovers.
My
It's like one of them brontosaurus burgers or something like that rack of ribs they put
Like
on.
on the
Fred
Flintstones
Flintstone.
car.
The couple enjoys the Texas Roadhouse so much. In fact, they have trained themselves to eat almost nothing else day or night except this meal.
It's the rolls and the butter.
Oh, it's so weird. Not even morning coffee. Ron Watson will drink water with lemon through the day, while Diana will drink a protein shake for breakfast.
So that's their only meal.
That's all they eat.
Oh, for heaven's
But
sake.
that's
Yeah.
6 days a week. What do they do on the
6
7th day?
They're
They're
vomiting.
Is that leftovers? Is that the
they're
leftovers?
having the leftovers from all
That's the
6
leftovers.
days.
Oh my gosh.
So did
eat-
they say what the meals are? Like what their
Yeah.
go-to meal is?
Yeah,
or do they mix it up?
No, same meal every day. The husband eats the barbecued chicken, while the wife eats the roadkill.
So they go to Texas Roadhouse.
They don't even get
and
steak.
Eat chicken.
Chicken and, well, the steak, the
The
roadkill
roadkill
steak.
is, but it's like the shit
It's the
pieces
hamburger
of
steak.
steak. Yeah, it's
the
the
hamburger
shit
steak.
pieces of meat, and then they put gravy
Which is
on
my
it,
favorite.
right?
I like
Yeah.
hamburger
Do you
steak.
really?
I like hamburger steak, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now,
Give me
they,
a big fillet.
What was even cooler about now they're an older couple. They're in their late 60s, but they eat every day between 3 and 5. I don't know what they do for. Apparently, they've been retired now for 15 years to be able to eat between 3 and 5.
You know what, though? That'll be a different story, but I don't know that it's that much cheaper to go to the grocery anymore. I'm telling you. Especially, like, for me. When I'm just feeding myself, I'll end up, like, for pitch-ins, I end up spending, like, $50 just for one pitch-in deal.
Can
right?
I grab a shot of that?
Yeah.
Let me get a pull on that.
But no, the grocery is not that much cheaper than going.
It's hard to cook for 2.
It's hard to cook for one.
Well, it's even harder for 1, but yes, I agree with you
For
wholeheartedly.
me, it's way cheaper for me than going to the grocery.
Yeah. So,
Anyway, go ahead.
well, no, that's. I don't know if there's any more to talk about with that
But that's
one.
like,
It's all
it's
I
only
gotta say
like,
about
what, 30
that.
bucks a day?
Is there one restaurant that either of you could eat at every day? If you had to pick one, which one would you pick?
I do like Roadhouse.
Would you pick Roadhouse?
No, but I like Roadhouse.
So this is going to be an unpopular idea. Do you know that if I want a good steak, I go to O'Charlie's? Their garlic butter fillet, like it melts in your mouth. So if I want
O'Charlie's does a
if
good
I
steak.
want a good steak, I'm going to O'Charlie's. But I do like a Roadhouse.
Yeah.
It's the rice for me,
I feel like O'Charlie's should send us some money, or at least a gift card for one free meal.
right?
Yeah. You
Let's
just gave
do
him a
it.
hell of a plug.
Promoting.
Right. So here's our last. It's not a news story. It's something I wanted to discuss. And we talked about Valentine's Day was coming up. So if you're like me, we're going to wait to the very last moment, which is actually by the time we will release this, it'll be just past Thanksgiving, or excuse me, Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm already worried about November. But
Place where we eat.
here are some suggestions. Some suggestions that if you didn't make it for Valentine's Day, I guess you get it for Sweetest Day, which is another bullshit holiday. But here's some of the more popular ones, or at least in my mind they were. There's a new cookbook out, $24.95, and it's platinum recipes from the Boss Dog's Kitchen. Boss Dog Snoop Dogg has got his own cookbook coming out.
Faux shizzle?
Yeah, it's called From Crook to Cook.
Is Martha Stewart on it then?
They are like best friends, though.
They
right?
really
They
are.
are.
That's ridiculous.
It's his first cookbook, so maybe that means they're going to make more. and it's featuring 50 of his favorite weed recipes. No, I made that
Are
part.
you serious?
No.
Oh, I was like, here's the best pot brownie, award-winning.
From baked mac and cheese to filet mignon, or mignon
Mignon.
for our West Virginia viewers. But you can eat like Snoop Dogg. If you're into that. Now, bouquets. Obviously, bouquets are something that's always popular, and they're getting more unique. They're not just flowers anymore. I've seen bacon.
I've seen pickle bouquets, not a
Chocolate.
not a
Chocolate
not a fan.
bouquet?
Yeah.
If you're out there, Coach likes chocolate.
So there's
A bouquet
actually
would be fine.
this. Have you ever heard of the man cave or whatever it is, where you can actually get like it's a heart and it's got a bunch of beef jerky in it,
Oh, beef jerky.
like different assortments of beef jerky.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
So actually, it leads right
I'm
into
so glad I meet you.
meet you. Well, speaking of meet you, the Olympia Provisions is offering a bouquet of salami. For $50, you get a bouquet of meat that is nearly always preferable to a
It's
bouquet
what every
of
man
flowers.
wants to give his woman for Valentine's Day is the salami.
That's what you can start saying about a girl that's kind of loose in the bed.
No,
That
but
she's been eating the salami bouquet.
do you remember Grumpy Old Man? Grumpy Old Man?
Yeah.
When he's like, oh, he's giving her the salami. The old pony baloney.
Oh, salami bouquet. That woman's nothing but a salami bouquet. Oh, and lastly, Red Lobster is offering heart-shaped boxes of Cheddar Bay biscuits for Valentine's
I'm in
Day.
for that.
Are you a Cheddar Bay biscuit fan?
It's okay.
What?
I'd rather have Roadhouse rolls.
Really? Is it the
See,
butter?
I'm a Cheddar
or
Bay
just the
biscuit
rolls?
fan.
butter.
I would rather have the Cheddar Bay biscuits. And it's not even the Roadhouse rolls. I think it's the delicious butter.
The delicious butter.
I did see a heart-shaped mini Cinnabon.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yes, it was amazing. I almost bought it, but
To give to yourself?
it was at a gas
Right?
station. Yeah, of course.
Well, that's where Cinnabons are sold now. Malls and gas
No,
stations.
I didn't know how long it'd been on the rack. So
Airports.
Yeah. Airport.
You
that's
can always
true.
find them at airports.
This is true. And Aunt Annie's pretzels.
So, like, Cheddar Bay biscuits. And it's like in a little heart container or what?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Heart-shaped box. Nothing says, high cholesterol and love like Cheddar Bay biscuits in a heart-shaped box.
No.
Coach, we have greatly appreciated you being here. Have you
Is that
enjoyed
it? We're done yet?
Yeah, buddy.
Are we?
It's a half an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know what? That's
It was
what
the best half hour
I didn't even get
you've
to
had
talk.
this
I did
week.
guess Betty White though.
you did
You
guess
did
Betty
guess
White.
Betty White.
Actually, I think you may be the first guest ever
That's guessed.
to guess the correct
Seriously.
answer. So at least you got the sex right.
Yeah.
You did. AJ guessed on our last show. Rob.
I mean, we
Lowe.
may need to call up a friend to make sure that he got the sex right.
Now you've been married a long time.
Yes.
How long you been married?
I don't know. 84. So was that 36, 35 years? 30,
Are you asking me?
36 years.
You probably
He's
should know
36
that.
years.
What are you getting your wife for Valentine's Day?
She didn't use what I got her last year.
Which was
A snowblower. Or 2 years ago. It was a cemetery plot. she's used neither. So I'm done buying gifts.
Oh, so romantical.
that's
35 years, I don't know what that is. Is that silver, gold, platinum,
shovel to the head.
right? Paper. Was 1 year like paper? That's
Paper.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and nowadays
One's
it's,
like wood, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
that's the night of the wedding.
Right.
In my younger days, maybe.
Make sure it's the night of the wedding so you don't get arrested in Virginia.
That's right. You're gonna get a if you give her the bouquet of meats,
You're going to get the misdemeanor.
you're gonna get the misdemeanor and a fine. Most people pay for sex before it happens,
right? Not after.
Right. Bisexual. You got to pay for it.
That's right. Oh no, Coach, we'd love to have you back.
All right.
We can chat about anything. What we've learned is if we go over about 30 minutes, people have a tendency to tune us out.
Right.
There's a lot of what am I looking for?
I've been tuning you out for like 2 minutes now.
And that's why I said with karaoke contest, people are like, let's sing this song. And I'm like, well, that's kind of 6 minutes. About 3 minutes, you're done.
Right.
If you can get your tune in the karaoke contest in 3 minutes, people listen to you, and that's good.
Right. You don't
But
want
after
to.
that,
You don't want to sing "Hey
that's
Jude."
fine.
I'm
Right.
over here taking notes as
Right.
we speak.
Right.
Have you ever had any like people just get shitty at karaoke contests?
That's why I
Just
hate
me.
karaoke contests. That's why I hate them.
Really?
Yeah, because your regulars come in and who think they're awesome, and everybody thinks they sing awesome, and everybody thinks they should win, but they don't.
What's the one karaoke song that you're tired of hearing?
Picture, hate that song.
Oh, he
Oh,
hates
the Sheryl
Picture.
Crow and Kid
my
Rock
God.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's. What's another one? What's the one that everybody tries to do that just sucks at it?
I don't know. It goes through cycles. So, I mean, Black Velvet used to be the one every girl wanted to sing it. And every guy that wanted to get with a girl would always want to sing Picture. You think she'll sing Picture with me? Now the Shallow song's kind of getting old. Everybody wants to sing Shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to be able to do that great.
Yep.
I
And
tried.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Everybody wants to do Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, really?
Which gets old.
Yeah. What's
I'll
your
do
favorite?
the opera part.
Yeah.
I mean, I do fantastic in the shower. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's my favorite?
What's your
karaoke?
favorite? What's your go-to karaoke tune?
Sweet Caroline, probably.
Yeah. That's a crowd favorite.
It
My
is a
contest
crowd
winning
favorite.
song.
Is it?
Contest
Really?
and-
What'd you win?
I don't know, like free dinner or something. Connorsville. So it wasn't Connorsville, so it wasn't
Well.
great. But
I thought you were going to say
it's like
Texas
second
Road.
place in the beauty contest in Monopoly. You want second place? Oh.
Damn community chest.
Did you win more? Did you win more money than the dentist made that week?
No, I did not.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, Coach. If you're here local, if you haven't been out and partaken in his karaoke skills and ability, you're missing out. Because I think you put on a hell of a show.
Thanks.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And he's somewhere almost every single night. Do you want to talk to
Yes.
tell him where
I'm
all
at-
you're at?
Yeah.
I'm at Coney Island on Tuesdays. I'm at the East Street Pub on Wednesdays. Generations, which is Chuck's, used to be Chuck's on Thursdays. That's my early show. That's from 9 to 1. Everything else is 10 to 2. Tally Ho on Fridays, 10 to 2, and the End Zone from 10 to 2.
On Saturdays.
And I also do weddings, yeah.
Any new contests coming up that we should know about? Or
No, I really don't like
No?
contests, but if they have me do them, I'll do them.
Right.
Yeah.
But usually that drives away your regular singers, and new people come in and they'll never show up again, and they win.
Yeah. I got one for you. How many weddings have you done that the people are now divorced?
Oh my God! can't tell you that. my stats.
He's not a bad
my-
purse. He's trying to sell his business.
My stats are not good on divorces.
Oh, really?
Right. Yeah, but my stats as a DJ are better than my stats as a best man. 'Cause
Oh,
I
really?
think I am 1 for 5 as best man.
Really?
So now I actually have to tell you that I've sang one song in multiple weddings, and there's only one couple that are still together that I sang in their wedding, the Love Can Build a Bridge.
Oh,
by the
really?
Judds. Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to sing "Fuck you, bitch."
No, I mean, that's what I was going to go for, but
That's a first dance song.
that was like they didn't even commence it.
But I'm supposed to be my buddy's best man in September. But I was his best man in Vegas, and he got divorced, and his wife became a crackhead.
So at the
She was just-
reception, do you go,
I swear she did.
Hey,
They
welcome
moved-
back, everybody. I know I saw you last
They
time.
moved to
but,
Florida. She came back, and now she's wanted by the police in Terre Haute. But she left him with 2 kids, so. But maybe this one would be better for him. I don't know.
Can it be worse?
I think so.
All right.
Does he have a 401k
or a lawnmower?
or a dog?
Oh, that's too funny. Well, thanks again, Coach. We greatly appreciate it. And like I said, make sure you get out and see Coach. We will make sure we thank our sponsors again, which are the Sheridan Pub.
Yes, the best crop balls.
Yes, absolutely. The Cordial Cork and
Biscuits
Screddy.
and gravy waffles.
Yes,
Right.
buddy. They also have candied bacon.
What?
Yeah, it's like bacon
good.
that's
How
been
late are
covered
they
in
open?
candy.
I don't know. We need to find this out.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's get this done so we can get out of here. And lastly, Screddy Pyrotechnics. Also, if you want to help us, continue to do these shows, if you go to patreon.com/after2beers, we would greatly appreciate that. Actually, if you go to our webpage, after2beers.com, and that's the number 2, you can find a link for that as well. So without further ado, again, thank you, Coach.
No problem.
Thank you, Gibbler. And we'll talk to them all next week.
After 2 beers.